take a look at some of the font features in the font category. So I'm going to get you to click on your Home tab and look at the font group. There's all kinds of really nifty enhancement features. I have some text in front of me. I'm going to select this text and I'm just going to move this off to the right, align right. And then I'm going to move my mouse to the font that I want to choose. Sometimes it's difficult to pick that font, but what we have in 2010 is the live preview. So all I have to do is move my mouse over the font, and you can see how it changes, so I have a better idea what it's going to look like. So all I'm doing is just moving my mouse, finding the font that's going to work for me. This is really handy for those of us that are visual. We like to see things. It's quick, very quick, to just click and find the one that you want. And the live preview also works with the font size. All I have to do is move my mouse and I can pick the size that I want and then click. Two other nifty features is grow font and then shrink font. So if I click, it's going to grow my font or shrink my font. And the increments are based on what you see in this list when you go to the drop down beside the font size. So I can increase or decrease. I have the change case, which I really like. It will allow me to go into lowercase, click. I can go back and change it to uppercase, or I can select capitalize each word. So that would capitalize each word in that sentence. And or I can toggle, so whatever is in uppercase would be lower and vice versa. I'm going to go back to capitalize each word. Then I have the bold to enhance. I have italics to italicize, and I have the underline and click. I also can go to the little drop down beside the underline, and again, working with live preview, just move my mouse to the underline that I want and click when you find something that you like. We have the strike through, and all of these features that you see here, the strike through, the underline, the italics, and the bold, are what we call toggle keys. So what happens here, you click to turn them on, and then you click to turn them off. But you have to make sure that you select and then apply what you want to have turned on or turned off. I also have what we call the subscript and the superscript, and I'll come back and demonstrate those in a few seconds. To the right of that is another favorite of mine, which is text effects. So if I click on the symbol pointing down, I can move to the color that I like or style. I can go down to outline, pick more selected colors, move my mouse down to the weight to go with the thickness, and or I can go with dashes, which is very cool if I had an underline. If I go back to the shadow, I have a lot more to choose from. Same with the reflection and the glow. So with this feature called the effect, I can change the effect of my text very quickly by going to that and moving my mouse. I have a text highlight color. I can always highlight if I'm reading a document. So for example, I may pick the color green, and then I just want to highlight some key points, and it's just like having a marker. As if you were reading a book, you just want to highlight some key areas. So that's really nifty. And then to the right of that is a feature that allows you to change the font color. So all I would do is select the text, and then I can pick a color to enhance that text. So don't confuse the font color with the highlight color. The highlight color is to emphasize. The font color will actually change the text that you see. I'm going to demonstrate the superscript and the subscript. I'm going to get a new document. I'm going to use my Control N for new, which is a shortcut key. And I'm going to just grow my font a little bit bigger, approximately 20 points. And I'm going to type in H. Now, what I like to do is have a subscript and put the 2, and then back to the regular and put the O. So when I click on this subscript and type in the 2, it's a toggle key, so I click on it again to turn it off, and then I can type in the O. So all you need to do is click, type, and then click to turn it off. And that would also apply to your superscript, which would put the 2 a little higher and the sub is below. And then one feature I did not mention, and that's clear formatting. So for example, if I have formatting that I don't want, and I don't want to go through the time trying to figure out if it's the font size or did we bold or underline, I can just select and go to that little eraser and click once, and it clears all of the formatting and will put me back to my default settings. So that's a feature that you will probably make use of. You probably noticed that when you select a word or a paragraph and let go of the mouse and move it slightly above the text that's selected, a toolbar will show up. So I'm going to get you to click and drag to select some words, let go of the mouse and move it slightly above what you just selected and see the toolbar. That is called the mini toolbar. You cannot customize a mini toolbar, but the features that you see here is a quick way to enhance the selected text. I can move my mouse to the grow font and click, or shrink font. I can bold, italicize, or underline. So if you want to make some quick enhancements to your text, all you have to do is select and use the mini toolbar. You cannot customize that mini toolbar, but you can turn it off. If you do want to turn it off, all you would have to do is click on your File tab and then move your mouse down to your default options. The General command on the left, make sure that's selected, and then all you would do is remove the check mark beside Show Mini Toolbar on selection. When done, click on OK. So that Show Mini Toolbar on selection is a toggle. So you click to add, so the mini toolbar will display, or you click to turn it off.